Finding the best smartphone can be a difficult process, especially because there are so many options out there. If you have certain requirements or expectations, you may focus your search. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Apple iPhone 14 Pro, for instance, are excellent choices if you want a big display. Both flagships are the largest models that each manufacturer offers, but today we'll compare them based on performance and camera to see which one is superior. So stay until the end to know how these two smartphones compete with one another. Let's now examine how these two devices perform. To begin, both phones have up to 1 TB of internal storage and do not accept micro SD cards. As a result, before making the purchase, you must assess your storage requirements. Similarly, both smartphones have a single charging and data transmission interface, with Samsung using USB Type-C and Apple using its proprietary Lightning connector. Looking at benchmark results for their respective SoCs, the Apple A16 Bionic destroys the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in almost all relevant tests, except GPU ones. So the iPhone 14 Pro Max has higher battery economy and performance. Yet the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is likely to outperform it when gaming. However, in real-world usage, both devices have flagship chipsets and can handle most tasks with ease. I'd concentrate more on the operating systems and the ecosystems of each firm. If you already own other Apple devices, purchasing an iPhone makes more sense because it will allow you to effortlessly transfer files and data between the computers. If you use a Samsung tablet or a Windows PC, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 may be a better choice. Speaking of power efficiency, both devices pack decently sized batteries, with Samsung offering 4,400 mAh and Apple going for 4,323 mAh. It's too early to tell which device lasts longer on a single charge, but iPhones tend to be more energy efficient than Android phones. That's not to mention that the iPhone has only one display. The rear camera round is hardly another win for Samsung, as you get superior 30x space zoom and more photography modes, including hyperlapse, super slow-mo, one specifically for photographing food, and much more. In general, Samsung has surpassed Apple when it comes to shooting faraway subjects, not to mention that low-light shots could look better on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Although the iPhone has certain complex video modes, such as cinematic and action, the overall number of options is limited. Furthermore, optical zooming is severely limited, with only up to 15x digital zoom available. Notably, the iPhone 14 Pro Max will likely generate more solid output in a shaky setting, but Samsung phones suffer when the camera or subject isn't fixed. Nonetheless, both phones generate high-quality output because of their triple camera setups, with Apple topping the video sector. After all, the Galaxy phone has a 50 megapixels main sensor, a 12 megapixels ultra-wide sensor, and a 10 megapixels telephoto sensor, whereas the iPhone has 48 megapixels, 12 megapixels, and 12 megapixels, respectively. The front-facing camera on the iPhone is a 12 megapixels true depth camera. This powerful technology can create a 3D map of your face, enabling portrait mode lighting effects and Face ID identification. Meanwhile, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 has a 10 megapixels cover camera and a 4 megapixels under-display camera. So, in the selfie category, the iPhone triumphs. These two phones are very different, and in this case, we can't compare Samsung's to Apple. If you're seeking a foldable phone, then undoubtedly, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is the one to grab. We've also crowned it as the overall winner since it includes more advanced tech, such as a foldable display, reverse wireless charging, and proper stylus support. Otherwise, if you're on a tight budget or want a phone that will hold its worth for longer, the iPhone 14 Pro Max is the way to go. It's not as revolutionary as the Samsung gadget, but it gets the job done well and without problems. Of course, as previously said, The ecosystems must also be considered. If you already have a large stake in Apple, purchasing the iPhone will undoubtedly make your life simpler. So, let us know your valuable thoughts below in the comments section. As always, see you tomorrow. Peace out.